are live at the Convocation Center in Jonesboro, Arkansas, as the Arkansas State Red Wolves take on Southern Arkansas Mule Riders. This is the last game of the exhibition series for the Red Wolves and the first for the Mule Riders. My name is Courtney Colin, and along with me is Charmaine Foster. Charmaine, how do you think this game's going to turn out?
Well, Courtney, I think we're looking at a Red Wolf win for this game. Not only did the Red Wolves dominate the Mule Riders 91-66 in their last matchup, but A-State has a record of 20-1 in exhibition games, dating back to the 04-05 season.
This is definitely going to be an interesting turnout, and we're getting ready for tip-off in the next couple of seconds. Red Wolves getting ready to tip off with the Mule Riders. Should be an interesting matchup. Mule Riders have the ball. It's like Evans is driving down the court. Williams is looking for someone to pass to. Passes to Braddock. Braddock goes in for the basket, and he makes it. Mule Riders up by 2. Golden passes the ball back. Gardner now has the ball, getting ready to shoot. Passes to Golden. Hardwick has it. Passes off to Livingston. Passes back to Gardner, and he goes for the basket, and he makes it.
A really good ball movement by the Red Wolves there.
Definitely. The Red Wolves are now up 3-2. Williams from the Mule Riders is going in for the basket soon. Passes back to Fry. Fry. Looks like we might have a foul on the court. No, not a foul. Hardwick dribbling down the court. Passes off to Golden. Downs goes in for the basket, doesn't exactly make it. Mule Riders take the ball back. It's like Williams has it, or Taylor has it. Goes in for the basket, and he makes it. Score is now 4-3 Mule Riders. Golden makes the basket for the Red Wolves. Almost, but just can't get it. Golden dribbling down the court for the Red Wolves. Gardner goes in for the shot, just doesn't make it. Mule Riders take the ball back. Remember Taylor dribbling down the court. Looking for someone to pass to. Passes off to Williams and makes the basket. Mule Riders are now up 6-3. We're going in for a media timeout for the Red Wolves. Timeout is over on the court, and we're getting back to the game. Hardwick has the ball dribbling down the court. Passes off to Golden. Golden passes back to Hardwick. Livingston has the ball now. Dribbling for the Red Wolves, goes in for the shot. Doesn't exactly make it. And it looks like a foul charged on to the Mule Riders.
First team foul at the line for the Red Wolves.
Livingston is about to go up to shoot for the free throw. And he makes the first free throw. going in for his second. And he makes that one as well. We're now at a 6-5 game. Mule Riders still leading. Taylor going down the court for the Mule Riders, loses the ball. Hardwick has it, loses the ball. Gardner picks it back up. Taylor dribbling down the court for the Mule Riders. Looking for someone to pass to. Passes it off to Williams. He goes in for the basket. Doesn't exactly make it. Hardwick takes it, passes it to Gardner. Passes back to Hardwick. Livingston now has the ball. It's to Golden now. Golden has the ball. Going in for the basket. Gardner doesn't exactly make it. Livingston now has the ball. Goes in for the layup. Taylor has the ball for the Mule Riders, dribbling down the court. Passes off to Evans, goes in for the basket, and he makes it. At a score of 8-7 for the Mule Riders leading. Livingston shoots for the ball, and he makes the basket from the three-point line.
Red Wolves are finding their focus.
They are. And they're leading 10-8. Fry now has the ball for the Mule Riders. Shoots it to Braddock. Braddock goes in for the basket, doesn't make it. Red Wolves now have the ball. Like PJ Hardwick passes it off to Livingston. Sean Gardner with the ball. Mule Riders steal it. They don't exactly make the basket. We now have a timeout on the floor. All right, timeout is over. We are back on the court. All right, was a foul on the previous play, so Williams for the Mule Riders is now shooting for a free throw. Doesn't make the first one. Going in for a second. And he makes the second free throw. Now the score of 10-9. Red Wolves still leading. Hardwick dribbling down the court for the Red Wolves. Passes off to Golden.
Now it's charged to Arkansas State's Ronnie White. First personal, second team foul.
Mule Riders dribbling down the court. Golden steals the ball. Driving down the court. And Mule Riders stole it back. And Livingston for the Red Wolves steals the ball, passes it off to Gardner, passes it back to PJ Hardwick. Now Livingston has it, goes in for the basket. Hardwick tried to rebound but didn't make it. Davis now has the ball for the Mule Riders. Passes it to Andrews. Francis has the ball for the Mule Riders, passes it back to Davis. Francis goes in for the shot, doesn't make it. Livingston steals it back for the Red Wolves, who passes it to PJ Hardwick. Gardner now has the ball. Doesn't exactly make the basket. PJ Hardwick steals the ball back. looking for a teammate to pass to. Gives it to Livingston, who is fouled.
Now it's charged to Southern Arkansas number 2, Aaron Francis. First personal, second team
This is the
foul.
Mule Riders' second team foul.
Number 0, Dejan McQueen, replacing Shelton Gardner.
Golden now has the ball. Livingston rebounds. It gives it to P.J. Hardwick, who makes it from the three-point line.
In the ball game for Arkansas State, number 13, C.J. Foster, replacing Captain Golden.
Francis Davis now has the ball for the Mule Riders. Passes it to Dunlap. Looking for someone to pass to. Gives it to Roscoe, who then gives it back to Davis. Francis has the ball. He shoots and makes the basket. Mule Riders now lead by 1, 11-10. P.J. Hardwick dribbles the ball down for the Red Wolves. Looks like there was a foul on the court. Hardwick now has the ball for the Red Wolves. Passes it to Macklin, who gives it to Foster. Foster goes in for the shot, but the Mule Riders steal it. Davis dribbles down the court. Looking for an open teammate. Passes it to Dunlap. Gives it to Francis. He's now giving it to Davis, and he goes in and makes the basket. Score is now 13-10, Mule Riders leading. Hardwick has the ball for the Red Wolves. Gives it to Livingston. Passes it to Williams.
Now it's charged to Southern Arkansas number 2, Aaron Francis.
Looks like Francis caused a foul on that play, so we're about to go into the free throw. And Livingston takes the ball. Gives it back to Macklin. Goes in for the basket, doesn't make it. Davis on the Mule Riders goes down the court. Gives it to Dunlap. Passes it to Francis. Andrew tries to go in for the basket. It's like a fight going on between the ball.
In the ball game for the Mule Riders, number 4, James Evans.
Hardwick goes down the court for the Red Wolves. Passes it to Macklin. Gives it back to Livingston, who then passes it back to Hardwick. Macklin with the ball. Drives up the court. Hardwick goes in for the basket, doesn't make it. Dunlap now has the ball for the Mule Riders, loses it.
Timeout on the floor. Officials, timeout.
All right, and we're now going to have a timeout on the floor.
Women's basketball.
All right, and we're back, and the score is 13-10, Southern Arkansas.
All right, it'll be interesting to see if the Mule Riders can keep the lead or if Red Wolves will come back on top.
I don't know. I think the Red Wolves are going to come out.
It'll be interesting to see.
Ball game for Arkansas State, number 1, Captain Golden.
Taylor dribbling down the court for the Mule Riders. Passes it off to Williams. And passes it to Fry. Williams now has the ball again. Looks like the Red Wolves. Fry has the ball for the Mule Riders. Passes it to Taylor. Looks like he might be going in for the basket soon. Goes in for the shot, makes it.
With a great drive.
It was really great. Macklin has the ball for the Red Wolves. Passes it to Golden. Looks like we might have a foul on the court.
Foul is charged to Southern James Evans, second personal, team foul number 4. Back in the ball game for the Mule Riders.
There's that foul charged on the Southern Arkansas Mule Riders. All right, Macklin now has the ball for the Red Wolves. Passes it to Golden. Golden passes it to Foster. Golden passes it back to Macklin. Golden has the ball. White takes it, goes in for the basket.
Red Wolves didn't waste any time in that play.
Definitely not. All right, Taylor has the ball for the Mule Riders, then passes it to Fry. Fry goes in for the basket. Looks like he might be fouled on the play.
Foul is charged to Arkansas State's C.J. Foster. First personal, third team foul.
Fry is about to go in for the free throw.
Shooting 2.
That makes his first one. And doesn't make the second. So the score is now 16-12. Mule Riders still leading. Macklin now has the ball for the Red Wolves. Passes it to Livingston. Golden has the ball now. Gives it to White. Passes it to Macklin. Goes in for the basket, and he makes it.
From the top of the key.
It's a really good play. Williams has the ball for the Mule Riders, then passes it to Taylor. They go in for the shot, don't make it. Red Wolves steal the ball back. Golden now has the ball, passes it to McElwain. White gives it back to Golden. Livingston now has the ball, goes in for the basket, doesn't make it. Might be a foul on the court again.
Foul is charged to the Mule Riders, number 15, Tyrell Taylor. First personal, team foul number 5. Livingston.
All right, Livingston is going in for the free throw.
You know, last season, Livingston averaged a team high of 16.9 points.
Really?
Yes,
He's definitely proven to be a really good player.
most definitely.
He made his first free throw. Let's see if he can get the second one. And he makes that one as well.
For Arkansas State, number 11, Charles Waters, replacing Anthony Livingston.
All right, looks like Livingston is going out of the game for a while. Waters is coming in for the Red Wolves. All right, Taylor has the ball for the Mule Riders. Looking for a teammate to pass to. Gives it off to Fry. Passes it to Williams. He goes in for the basket, doesn't make it. Red Wolves have the ball back now. Golden takes the ball.
In the ball game for Southern Arkansas, number 11, Reese Dunlap. Number 3, Jerron Davis. Also in the ball game, number 20, Dion Andrews.
Golden passes the ball to McLean. Going down the court, passes it back to Golden. He then gives it off to Foster, and they don't make the basket.
Puts our score at 17-16 with Arkansas State leading.
This has been an extremely close game.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't expect it to be this close.
It's been really good so far, though.
Well, you know, last time they met up, Arkansas State didn't really pull ahead until the second quarter.
Really?
So, until then, it was pretty neck and neck. So, I don't know. We might see something like that again, or maybe
You never know.
Southern Arkansas might surprise us and deal Arkansas State their second loss since 04
That's
in
true.
exhibition.
Anything can happen with these games. You can just never expect it. All right, Andrews, number 20 for the Mule Riders, now has the ball going down the court. Passes it to Dunlap. Then gives it to Davis. Looks like he might be going in for the basket soon. Or no, he passes it back to Dunlap. Dunlap gives it back to Davis. Andrews now has the ball, passes it back to Davis. Davis goes in for the shot, doesn't make it. Roscoe rebounds it, gives it to Davis. Doesn't make it again. Red Wolves now have the ball. Foster has it, gives it to Waters, and looks like there might be a foul on the court again.
Score is 19-16, Arkansas State. Southern Arkansas really tried to hold into the ball for that time, but they just could not make it
They
happen.
did. Waters is getting ready to go in for 2 free throw attempts. Not make the first one.
Back in the ball game for the Mule Riders, number 15, Taylor.
All right, let's see if he can make the second one. And he makes this one now.
In the ball game for Southern Arkansas, number 5, Derek Fry.
Mule Riders have the ball. Passes to number 15, Taylor, dribbling down the court. Gives it to Dunlap. Then gives it to Davis. Passes it to Taylor. Gives it back to Davis. Dunlap now has the ball. Taylor passes it to Dunlap, then to Fry. Goes in for the shot, doesn't make it. McLean now has the ball for the Red Wolves. Driving down the court, he goes up for the basket. And makes it. All right, we are now going into a timeout.
With the score of 20-16, Arkansas State.
And we are back from our timeout.
The score is 22-16, Arkansas State in the lead.
Well, looks like McLean's getting ready to do his 2 free throw attempts. First one goes through.
It's a really pretty shot.
Really nice. Oh, he only had 1 free throw attempt, excuse me. All right, Taylor has the ball for the Mule Riders. Goes down the court. Looking for someone to pass it to. Gives it to Braddock. Fry now has the ball, goes in for the basket. Looks like the Red Wolves might steal the ball, and they do. McLean now has the ball for the Red Wolves. Passes it to Golden, who makes the basket.
The Red Wolves really utilizing steals this game.
Definitely. Taylor passes the ball to Fry for the Mule Riders, who then passes it to Davis. Dunlap now has the ball. Gives it back to Taylor. And Davis goes in for the basket, makes it.
3-point basket, Jerron Davis.
McLean now has the ball for the Red Wolves. Drives down the court. Goes in for the basket. Golden Waters tried to rebound it, didn't make it. Mule Riders steal the ball back. Davis has the ball. And goes in for the basket.
Mule Riders bring that all the way back down the court.
Yes.
Back to the ball game for Arkansas State, Anthony Livingston. Kelvin Downs and Sean Jones replacing Charlie Wallace.
Score is 26-21, Arkansas State.
Also in the ball game,
Mule Riders say they're not going down without a fight.
Definitely not. This has been an interesting game so far. Fry is going in for his free throw attempts for the Mule Riders. All right, doesn't make it. It's like Downs has the ball, struggle for it. Hardwick's dribbling down the court for the Red Wolves, passes it to Gardner. Looks like Gardner's fouled on the play.
foul is charged to the Mule Riders, number 2, Aaron Francis. Third personal, team foul number 9. Sean Gardner at the
All right,
line
Gardner
for the
getting
Red
ready to
Wolves,
go in for his
shooting
free
2.
throw attempts. All right, makes his first one.
Into the ball game for Southern Arkansas, number 12, Nemo Sanchez.
And the Mule Riders have a new player on the court, number 12, Nemo Sanchez. All right, Gardner goes in for his second attempt and makes it.
Also in the ball game for the Mule Riders, number 20, Dion Andrews.
Score is 27-21, Arkansas State. 28-21, excuse me, Arkansas State.
All right, Sanchez now has the ball for the Mule Riders. Dribbles down the court. Oh, and the Red Wolves steal it back. Hardwick has the ball, passes it to McLean, goes in for the layup, and makes it.
Great pass by Hardwick, definitely.
It was an extremely good pass. Davis driving down the court for the Mule Riders. Passes it to Fry. And passes it to Andrews. He goes in for the basket, doesn't make it.
I think the Mule Riders are starting to rush a little bit. They need to take their time with their shots,
I think
really line them
so.
up, trying to just throw that ball up there, and you just got to take that time.
Exactly.
Score is 30-21, Arkansas State.
Andrews has the ball, who passes it back to Davis for the Mule Riders, goes in for the basket, doesn't make it. Red Wolves have the ball now. Hardwick driving down the court. Looking for a teammate to pass to. Livingston has the ball, passes it back to McLean. Almost makes the basket. Gardner rebounds it and makes the layup.
And it's out and it's back in.
And we're about to have a timeout on the court.
The score is 32-21, Arkansas State in the lead.
And we are back from the timeout. Davis now has the ball for the Mule Riders. Goes down the court.